Your next interlocking customers are not going through yellow pages looking for contractors anymore. They're going online first. I guarantee that every homeowner that's considering a $20,000 or more interlocking job is checking Google, reading your reviews, and comparing websites before they even pick up the phone to call anyone. If you're not showing up when they search for interlocking company in their city or hardscaping company near me, then you're losing high-value projects to your competitors. I'm going to show you exactly how we took custom interlock from buried on page 9 on Google to number 1 for Interlock Ottawa in just 6 months, and how you can do the same thing. Let's get right into it. So this is custom interlock. It's very similar to most interlocking companies out there. They've been doing beautiful work in Ottawa since 2008, and they've completed over 500 projects. They had an old website, and because it was made a long time ago, they were the only ones that had a website and used to get a lot of leads. But as more contractors started investing in SEO and websites and stuff, they kind of had their website disappeared from page 1 of Google. So they went from getting consistent job inquiries to now not getting anything at all. They were only getting their job requests from referrals. So you can see this is their truck and their signage that they have in our local home city in Ottawa. By the way, if you want to see how we can implement this same SEO system for your interlocking business, book a call with us with the first link in the description. We currently have a guarantee where if you're not happy with the service or you don't see any results within 3 months, we'll refund your investment with us. So here's exactly what we did to get custom interlock to be number 1 and what you need to do if you want to do the same thing. So the first thing that we had to do is we actually had to rebuild his entire website. So this is a sample of what his old website looked like. It looked very outdated. It didn't show all the most recent photos of their projects. And compared to the other competitors, it just didn't look as professional. So as mentioned, the old website was not showing up on Google anymore. It looked outdated and didn't show enough portfolio photos. And here's actually where most contractor websites fail. They fail because they either focus only solely on good design, so it looks very pretty, and therefore lacks on SEO, or someone focuses really too much on SEO, but then the website doesn't look good anymore. So you can have the best designed website in the entire world, but if no one is going in it or finding that website to actually contact you, there's no point in it. You can also have the most SEO optimized website in the world, but if they get to the page and then they're not convinced because the website looks outdated or your project photos don't look good, then they're also not going to contact you. You need to have both. You can't just have one. Because we knew we needed both, that's exactly what we did. So we redesigned the website, and this is just a sample of what the new hero section looked like. So as you can see at the top, he has his main message, which is booked now for the 2025 season, has a clear menu that shows everything that someone needs to know, a very quick and easy form submission field up there, and this background slide so someone can see all the different photos that they have. We added a good gallery section because this is what most people care about when they are looking for the next interlocking company. And people also love this before and after sliders that people add on the website. But this only works if you have the same photo taken from the same angle right before the project and right after everything's done. Usually, if you want to have pages that are very SEO optimized, you need to add a lot of content. But if you add all the content at the top, the page just doesn't look good, and people are usually just going to scroll by looking for those project photos. So what we do is we add all the necessary content that we need to add on the page to have it optimized to be in the FAQ section. So it's usually at the bottom, and it's collapsible so people can just open and read what they need to read. Now we have the website done. It looks much better. I know that if someone was to get on this website now through SEO, they're more likely to submit a form. Now we just need to figure out what keywords are we going to target for custom interlock. And the easiest thing to do is to first look at all the competitors in the Ottawa area to see what they're ranking for, and then ask the owner of custom interlock if he wants to rank for similar keywords. So doing this is actually very easy. The only thing that you need is you need the URL of someone who's already ranking on Google. And I have this tool called Ahrefs, and what I'm able to do is I can go to the organic keywords section, and then I can scroll down and I'll see all the keywords that this company is ranking for. And they're only ranking for 9 at the moment, and it's just things to do with Ottawa interlock. I can look at other bigger competitors and see if they're ranking for any specific service that custom interlock could also rank for. So this company called True Interlock also ranks for interlock repair. So I could take this keyword, I can bring it to the owner of custom interlock and ask, do you want to rank for interlock repair as well? If so, we can make the necessary adjustments so you can rank for that as well. And this is just a sample of all the keywords that we came up with after analyzing all the competitors, and then the client had the option to approve or disapprove any keywords that he doesn't want to show up for. So this is super important to do because this is laying the foundation of where people are going to find your website from. So now that we had the whole list of keywords that the owner that the company actually wants to show up for. Now it's time to make specific pages for each unique service. The keywords that the owner wanted to show up for were interlock driveways, patios, walkways, porch overlays, and so on and so forth. So because these are all separate topics in Google's eyes, we need to make a unique page for each single one of these pages and mention that service and also mention that we're doing it in Ottawa. What this will do is this will increase the odds of Custom Interlock's website being found for driveways Ottawa or patios Ottawa. What a lot of people get wrong is a lot of people think that the homepage will rank for all the keywords necessary. It'll rank for interlock Ottawa and custom interlock design and landscape design, but that's not how it works. Google clusters everything in topics, and if your homepage only targets one topic, it'll only show up for those keywords. But if there's a different topic that you also want to show up for, it's very hard for your homepage to show up on both topics. You likely have to make a new page to target that idea or topic. So, for example, this is what the Ottawa interlock driveway page looks like. It's a whole different page. Looks similar so that it fits the whole theme of the website. And this page only talks about interlock driveways in Ottawa. And it has the exact same section. So it has the hero. We have a dedicated gallery that makes sense for that page. So we only showcase the interlock driveway photos. If you scroll down, there's more talk about the service and how they actually do it. And then same thing, FAQ section at the bottom so that we can have enough content to talk about this topic. And then basically you have to rinse and repeat for each single service that you want to show up for. So you can have the best websites and then build all those service pages, but there's still one thing missing, and that is building local authority. To get authority or to show to Google that you have enough authority to show up as number one, because Google only wants to show up websites that it actually trusts. So to do that, you need something called backlinks. So backlinks are basically another website that's not yours that has a link that points to your website. Because essentially when someone does that, that means that this website is vouching for you. They essentially trusted you enough that they added a link to your website, because people usually only link to websites that they trust. People usually don't link to websites that are spammy, for example. However, it's not just about getting any backlink that matters. You actually need to get backlinks from other websites that deal within the same topics that you are trying to rank for as well. So with Custom Interlock, we had to get him ranked for any website that had to do with Ottawa or any website that had to do with interlock or even broader construction, for example. If you don't get any links from these two topics, then usually it'll do very little for the website. So what we did is we reached out to Ottawa blog and website owners and then got Custom Interlock featured on their websites. And surprisingly, these were the results. So if you search for Ottawa Interlock right now, as of June of 2025, you'll see that Custom Interlock's Google Business profile shows up here, and he shows up first organically right here. If you search for Interlock Barhaven, this is like a sub area within Ottawa. Same thing, you see the Google Business profile and they rank number one. And now basically they got booked up for the season very early because so many people are searching for this, especially at the beginning of the season when they're trying to plan out who's going to do their interlocking, and they actually got fully booked up. So while other interlocking companies are fighting over crappy Homestar leads, Custom Interlock now shows up for anyone searching for the service, and they get those leads now for free. If you're looking to do this for yourself and you want a kind of more in-depth guide, I have a 1-hour local SEO guide on my channel that tells you everything that you need to know from beginning to end. And it's the exact same process that I talked about here. Or if you want our team to help you do this, click on the first link to book a call with my team and see how we can help you with our 90-day money-back guarantee. So hit the like, make sure you subscribe if you want to see more strategies like this, and I'll see you soon.